Red Star 2, Punic 0 in the return leg of round 3 of Champions League qualifying. So Red Star is off to the playoff of Champions League qualifying. If they get through the playoff, they will be in the Champions League yet again. Basically, just I only got a chance to watch the second half and maybe 10 minutes of the first half. I always start off with the starting lineups. Pretty much in the starting lineup, what you would expect. I think maybe a lot of people thought Sanogo was a bit of a surprise in the starting lineup, replacing Milan Rodic, so to say, and not having Stefan Mitrovic in the starting 11. I don't think it's really that big of a surprise. I think Stankovic wanted to see what Sanogo can offer with Kangwa and Kanga in the lineup, and he offers obviously a little bit more of, or a lot more of defensive responsibility, and I think that's something that Stankovic was going for with Gobelic coming into the lineup, and Erakovic playing on the right, Gobelic on the left, and then Dragovic and Milunovic as the center backs. The penalties, the first one I believe was a penalty. The second one, I mean, stuff like that happens every match, on every corner kick where guys are pulled down. Credit to the referee for calling it, because, I mean, honestly, if we were to call it, we would call it on every single corner kick. There's guys being pulled down. We saw it actually in the first leg. Can't remember who the player was that got pulled down, but it was a similar situation where the defensive player wasn't even looking at the ball. He just kind of grabbed the offensive player by the waist and dragged him down. But stuff like that can be called all the time. Katai missing the penalty kick is a little bit worrisome. I think it's an issue that we have within the club. We don't really have a set penalty kick taker. Sometimes it's Katai, sometimes it's Ivanic. Kanga, I think Kangwa might even get into that now that he's here and he has a really good shot as well. So good for Kanga's, obviously mentally good for him scoring a goal. You know, taking a 1-0 lead into the halftime is always important. And in the second half, we got to see some of the younger players play. A really nice goal by Pavkov, centered by who else but Marko Gobelic. But it was a really good pass from Gobelic to kind of get it over all the defenders, and Pavkov just went up and slotted into the net. Really nice goal. And it was a very quiet second half, so to say. Milan Borjan made 2 really good stops, actually, on Juricic, and then from the free kick that was later on in the second half. But I think it's just a professional performance. You're kind of waiting for the game to finish. I think the second half was there wasn't much going on in terms of play and build-up and attacking and things like that. I think there was a lot of injuries and outs and all this other stuff. So the second half actually kind of flew by a lot quicker. 45 minutes really felt like it was 25, but very important for the younger players to get a taste of European football outside of the domestic leagues, for guys like Ibrahim Mustafa, for even guys like Stefan Mitrovic, who has played quite a bit since coming over. It's good for him. I think Srnic getting some minutes under his belt. He always seems to be there whenever Stankovic needs him. I think it's good for him as well. He hasn't played much to start this season. Ohi didn't get any minutes today, which I was kind of surprised with. I thought that they might even go, you know, one half Pavkov plays and the other half Ohi plays. Ivanic didn't travel with the team, just left him in Belgrade to rest up pretty much. Petric was injured, and obviously Rodic was out with 2 yellow cards. Something that's a little bit worrisome for me personally, and I think a lot of fans might be worried, is Dragovic not playing in the first leg against Maccabi Haifa. This means that Milunovic is going to be in there again, and obviously with Erakovic I don't worry too much, but Milunovic again today in the second half, from what I saw, no real confidence. I've always said that he's a guy who kind of clears the ball in safety first. Like, that's completely fine. But there's moments where he has the ball and there's no one around him, and he just kind of boots it and just concedes possession to the other team, and you can't have that. There was a specific play in the second half that led to, I think it might have led to a free kick for Punic, where he just gave it up in the middle of the field, middle of the pitch, and you know, Punic just hit us on the counter. Luckily nothing came of it, but it's plays like that against better teams that they're going to capitalize on, and that's something that's very, very, very worrisome for me. He did it in his first stint with Red Star, and he's doing it again. It happened in the first leg, and it happened again in the second leg against Punic. It's very worrisome for me. Like I said, you're going to get tougher and tougher opponents as in the playoff round. It's going to be a tough opponent again against Maccabi Haifa. And then, you know, if we make Champions League, it's going to get, you know, 10 times that. So if he's going to be playing in these kind of moments, in these kind of situations, he's going to have to get stuff like that under control. I really dislike that part of his game. I don't mind the safety first. If you're going to clear it out, that's fine. But when you concede possession in the match, in the middle of the pitch, you know, any team could hit you on the counterattack and score a goal. And that's exactly what he did with that play there. I thought that Azarovi would be registered for this match, and this would have been a perfect match for him to, you know, get his first cap, so to say, or appearance for Red Star. But that didn't happen. Rodic obviously will be back for the return leg or the first leg against Maccabi Haifa. In terms of injuries, I think Pesic is the only one who picked up a little bit of a knock. We'll see what happens with him going forward. I think he should be ready to go for that tie. The first tie is in Israel, and the second one is at home at the Rajko Mitic, which is kind of like what I prefer. I prefer the second leg being at home. So that way, if you do have to chase a result, you have the home crowd behind you, and then give you that extra wind. So yeah, overall, just a professional performance. Like I said, Pavko keeps scoring goals, which is excellent for us. You know, having a striker who could come off the bench and give you goal scoring, I think that's great. Bukhari, I don't think was as great as he was in the first match, but that would have been a lot to live up to with 3 goals, and I think he had an assist or 2, like crazy stats. Kanga again was everywhere in the middle of the pitch. Kanga played really well as well. And that's great to see going forward, because like I said, the competition is going to get much better, and you want to have all you guys firing on all cylinders. Punic, I think, is a quality side. I think that they attacked in the first leg a lot more than what people actually thought they would, and they created some half chances that they just couldn't get to. And I think they're going to make it to either Europa League now or the Conference League, and good for them. Congratulations to them. Going forward, I think they play Sheriff in, I think it's the playoff of the Europa League. So good luck to them. But I like their side. They attacked Red Star, like I said, a lot more than what a lot of people thought. I think they thought that, you know, Punic would just sit back and soak up, but they actually showed a lot of attacking in the first leg. They had some half chances. Again, like I said today, I thought their goalkeeper was outstanding in both the matches. And honestly, yeah, conceding 5 in the first leg, it's really, really tough to get all that back in the second leg. Almost impossible. So good luck to them going forward. For us, we go from here, Maccabi Haifa, and then hopefully into the Champions League.